What's up, gentlemen? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. In this video, we are going to talk about the US-Poland bilateral visa agreement and if it is coming to an end. Now, first and foremost, make sure to smash that like button. It costs you nothing, means the world to me. It really helps out with the algorithm. And it will help this video reach more people, and it could certainly help a lot of people who are not aware of this information. Now, with that said, I was watching a video from Connor Klein, who is certainly more knowledgeable and more plugged in to this area of the world than I am. And so I would encourage you to go check out his video on this topic, because it's certainly going to be way more in depth than this video is. Now, with that said, if you don't know, the bilateral visa agreement between Poland and the US allows US citizens to go to Poland and get 90 days upon entry every single time. And I've talked about this previously on my channel, how you can essentially live in Poland using this method or this loophole, even though you are technically limited to 90 out of 180 days in that region of Europe. And so how it works is every 90 days you just need to leave and then come back to Poland and you get 90 days again. But you've got to be a little bit careful with that, because if you go to another Schengen country, then you might run into some issues, and then so on and so forth. Like I said, I have a whole video about this because it was a pretty strong loophole that a lot of Americans could exploit, and that's frankly why I believe a lot of Americans were there, although it's not really talked about on the internet. Most people would just tell you, oh, book a consultation and I'll tell you the loophole I'm using or what may have you. But I'm not gatekeeping that information. So anyway, with that said, apparently they are changing their systems, and so there is no guarantee that this loophole is still going to be in existence. Which obviously means if you've been exploiting this loophole, you're going to have to start thinking about backup plans and what you're going to want to do if you can no longer exploit this issue. Now, this is why I personally have talked about getting residencies. I just recorded a video about why I got Mexican residency, and it is really related to what possibly about to occur with the visa loophole in Poland. I speak about how people were exploiting the Mexican visa system, where you would get 180 days on arrival, pretty much no questions asked, and then they realized that people were exploiting the system and were practically just illegally living in Mexico, and so they started to crack down on it. Same thing started happening in Thailand, and they were cracking down on it. And so in order to combat this, you are going to have to get residency, which is what I have done in both of those countries actually, as well as some other places, but that is not what this video is about. And I admittedly do not know the residency situation in Poland and if it is difficult to obtain or not. That is why I recommend you should do it when it is easy, because I'm sure years ago it was probably easier than it is now, unless they have a digital nomad visa, which is in general the exception. And so I really just wanted to quickly make this video, one, so you could go check out Connor's video because it's much more informative than my video, because I'm admittedly not as well versed on this topic as he is. And two, because I made a video talking about this loophole or exploit before, and I want to be able to point people back to this video so I can say, hey, look, this might not work anymore. And three, because I want to encourage you guys to look into obtaining temporary or permanent residency, because it is a long-term solution, unlike exploiting loopholes and workarounds that aren't truly going to solve the problem. Now, with all that said, I'm going to wrap up this video as the sun pops out and I look super bright. Go ahead and drop a comment. It also helps with the algorithm, and I will see you guys next time. As always, thank you for watching. I hope this video was helpful and insightful so that you can refer to it moving forward. And as always, peace, much love.